Hello and welcome. You're listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast, a D&D campaign based on Greek mythology. My name is Todd, and I will be the DM for this adventure. Now the players will say hello themselves.
Hello, I'm Macy, and I will be playing Aldora, the cleric.
Yo, what up? I'm Dylan. I play the fighter.
Hello, I'm Becca and I play Kiriki.
Hey, I'm Kevin and I play Malachi.
Today we're gonna build something, and I think Dylan's on board because he's a big fan of Legos. We're gonna build an adventure. We are going to revamp the Shrek movie to be a D&D adventure path.
Oh my god.
So, you need a few things for an adventure, right? You gotta have a place, which we have, that's built in the movie. You got Duloc, the kingdom where Lord Farquaad is from. And you got Shrek Swamp. Those are like the two big places. Which I just realized in my notes I put swamp instead of swamp. That's fine. And you also need an objective. So, the objective is to either kill Shrek, depending on what side you're on. It's D&D, so you never know. Like, if you think the players are gonna just think, go over here and save the princess. No, they're gonna go way over here, enslave the dragon, and then use it to take over the world. So either kill Lord Farquaad or kill Shrek. Those seem like decent objectives. Maybe like a side quest of rescuing Fiona, or we can make that like a bonus. And then
I feel like the starting quest is from Farquaad to kill Shrek. And then, depending on how the player choices go, we end up siding with Shrek to kill Farquaad instead.
Oh, that could be a good one. Because I was thinking either or, but yeah, you could. So is that how you guys? Is that how you want to start this? Start off knights.
Yeah, Farquaad holds the whole competition to get the princess. What if he holds like a contract or something out for the ogre in the swamp? And we came a calling.
All right. So we got knights. Knights are Farquaad that are going to go kill Shrek, and then he's going to use his persuasion. Let me just look at my ogre real quick. Yeah, they got 2 to charisma. So, I mean, they are like onions.
I feel like Shrek would specifically have a higher persuasion.
I agree.
I think Shrek would roll all of his persuasion tasks as intimidation tasks, and he would have advantage.
So instead of like ogres are like onions, like ogres are like onions.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Ogre.
She agrees.
What?
Okay.
Okay.
What about CR? Because so the ogre is a natural CR 2. And there is no king in any book with a stat block. I've tried. I've looked. The closest I could get was a noble, which is a CR 1/8. So, yeah. Got a hit points of 9. They have a rapier, 1d8 plus 1.
Well, I think that fits for Farquaad. Because I don't think Farquaad is the fight. I think Farquaad is the ringleader of people you're fighting.
And
You could drop kick him.
Yeah.
So the knights are base CR3, and an ogre CR2. Does that mean we need to bump up the ogre, or are you relying on the players for this one?
Shrek is definitely not just a normal ogre.
What are you thinking? Because naturally, an ogre is AC 11, 59 hit points, plus 6, and then 2d8 plus 4.
Well, in the movie, he did beat a ton of knights.
Macy, why don't you say his CR and we'll set it there? You have the most experience here as a DM.
4?
4. Okay. That's what it sounded like. Okay. So that'll change his hit points to 76. He gains 1 to 11.
I would be tempted to use a stat block closer to a troll.
A troll.
Yeah.
What does a troll look like?
I think we're all remembering that movie or very differently. I don't think that he's good at fighting. I think he's just lucky.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, he did defeat a few of them.
Yeah.
Like barehanded, but he was kind of also had luck on his side.
Yeah, though the real person, like the one who did most of the fighting, was Fiona,
That's
and
true.
then like I
Fiona
don't
is
know.
for sure a high level monk.
Yeah, I was just thinking of like the mud scene where everybody's sliding around. He was just in proficient terrain. That's all he had.
He's a
It wasn't.
ranger.
Yeah, there we go. We're piecing it together.
Okay.
Piece it together.
So
He's a charisma-based ranger.
so Shrek
Oh.
is now a ogre ranger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Becca, what CR ranger is he?
I don't know what CR Rangers have.
None.
Or
Let's see here.
They're
The
a player
closest we
cleric,
got
of course.
is there's a Centaur Ranger. 68 hit points. They can do 2 attacks. Longbow, +6 to hit, 1d8 +4. Not great.
I definitely feel like he would be. I think Macy's right. I think he's probably CR4 or maybe 5.
Okay.
And then
So-
I think he has abilities from like a 5th level ranger stat block, like like from the player skills.
Oh, I'm not building a character. That's too much shit to do right now. All right. Becca, CR4 or 5 on this ranger ogre.
let's go 5.
Okay.
Let's boost our boy.
All right. So he has +7 to hit now instead, 1d8 +4 still, but 76 hit points. So he's not too bad. And then you want to make Fiona a ogre monk.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's like the whole
So-
thing is she goes yeah, and then punches and kicks people.
Yeah, I don't like agreeing with Becca, but I think Fiona did do most of the fighting in that movie. Dylan, what CR should we make Fiona monk?
7.
7. All right. So closest we got. Oh, I'll do that. Let's use this one and then tune it down. All right. So there is one 110 hit points. Jesus monks.
It's-
Unarmored defense. So yeah, only 13 AC with an 18 dex.
yeah, that makes sense. She's only wearing a dress.
It's a badass dress.
Yeah.
Unarmed strike. Some really cool shit. Deflect missile. Tumble. So yeah, she has some good shit. +7 to hit, 1d10 +4 on her damage. Plus other stuff she can do with her little points. She has a lot more hit points than Shrek, so that makes me a little sad, but it's fine. Alright, are we leaving Lower Farquaad at 1/8?
Hell yeah.
That poor son of a bitch.
If they like he didn't do anything in the movie. He wasn't a capable fighter by any means.
He
No.
tortured the gingerbread man. Not the gumdrop buttons.
Actually, that's fair. But Gingerbread Man is, I don't think, on the scale. When it comes
Not until
to
giant.
CR.
Not until the giant gingerbread man, at least.
I mean, we could include those. There's Pinocchio, Gingerbread Man, Donkey, the blind blind mice. the
Donkey for sure needs a stat block. I'm guaranteeing you he's like a CR4 or 3 bard.
I was about to say, yeah, he's definitely a bard with a really high charisma.
A donkey bard. Oh god, he
Mhm.
does sing a lot.
He also charmed a dragon, and if that's not D&D, I don't know what is.
You know, when you're right, you're fucking right. Let's see here, Macy. What CR do we want Donkey to be? The Donkey Bard?
2.
Oh, that's funny because they are naturally two. The multiverse book actually has a bard in there that is a CR2. The fuck? Yeah, that's all right. Then we'll give it some donkey stats. So, Macy, it's got the bard using a short sword and a short bow. Does that sound good for donkey?
Oh,
Actually, I think he
Yeah.
front kicks people, doesn't he, in the movie?
Yeah.
He kicks people a lot and
Yeah.
headbutts.
Okay.
It's yeah.
All right. Should we include the little people? Pinocchio, Gingerbread Man, Blind
The
Mice,
mice.
and Pigs.
I don't think so. I don't think they had an impact on the story enough. But I do think that the dragon should be added, but her her CR should be decreased.
Why decreased?
I think she's strong, but I don't think she's as strong as like a typical D&D dragon.
I think dragons should get the stat block of like a young red dragon. I think that's not too high up there. Let me see what the
Young
Google
red
says.
dragon.
For shits and giggles, I really want to include the princess that runs the bar.
Shit, which one was that? Cinderella?
I don't think she was in the first one.
No, well, I don't know actually.
Oh, Macy, are
Like
you
probably
making
at the
sequels
very,
already?
very end.
I don't think she shows up until 2. But I know who you're talking about, and they are absolutely fabulous.
Who is that?
The bartender.
Do you remember which princess it was?
I don't think they might actually be a princess, but I don't remember their name. I don't know if they have a name.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. Doris.
Oh yeah.
All right. Kevin, did you find your young red dragon yet?
Yeah, it's I'm not seeing the CR on the actual sheet. Where is it?
CR10.
It's a CR10, yeah. AC 18, 178 hit points.
So the knights are only CR3. So the only way
Right.
to even this out is to put a whole bunch of knights. But then if you put a young red dragon against it, it's going to take out all the knights.
Which is exactly what happens in the movie.
So how many
Not-
times, like, should this be a cooldown? Once a short rest, something like that?
I think it would have to be. How many times did she breathe fire? 3 times? I'm trying to replay the movie in my brain.
Ooh.
I mean, like, if you go by the movie standards, Shrek and Donkey, who we've established are what? Like, CR 4 or 5 characters so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They went in, they couldn't fight the dragon. They had to run away from the dragon.
hmm
And the donkey had to charm the dragon for them to survive that encounter. So this does track, ultimately.
hmm
I would say if I was running the adventure and the bard donkey just pulled a fucking natural 20 charisma roll to seduce the dragon right out the gate,
Mhm.
I'd be like, okay, you can call upon the dragon, but you can only do it once per encounter or once per day. And you have to succeed a charisma roll again to get the dragon to stop at the end of the fight and not kill everyone else.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, so she is chaotic evil. I like this. Okay, so once per long rest.
I just like adding extra things in to make it seem more suspenseful.
Kevin, what do you want that DC to be?
Well, to persuade the dragon again, it's got to be like 18, maybe 20.
18 or 20. Okay. So, whenever I do DCs and I don't want to roll against people, because there's a lot of times that if you're playing in person, everybody sees you roll. So it's not like, you keep that shit secret.
Yeah.
So I usually set a DC. I'll set 10 or 8 plus their CR. So I think a DC 20 is perfect because it's DC 10 plus CR, so 20.
And it makes them think. It's like, do I want to summon the dragon? What if I can't control it and then it kills us all at the end,
That could be fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, terrible. All right, so we have the adventure. Start off as a knight. You go to Shrek's swamp. You fight or don't fight, depending on how that goes. And then you turn, go get Fiona, and then her and the dragon kill everybody while you just kind of side quest this shit. So we're doing.
Sounds like a good story.
All right. I think Macy's gonna run this one shot.
I do have to go back on one thing, though, because Pinocchio absolutely has to have a stat block. But I feel like he has to be basically commoner stats, except for he has like a -3 in dexterity.
It's just clumsy.
Yeah. I'm thinking particularly of the moment in the second movie when he tries to rappel down to save Shrek and Donkey from the dungeon, and he just ties himself up in the knots as he's trying to rappel down, trying to do some double like secret agent shit.
Okay. So for those of you that don't know, because I think Kevin said this with knowledge because he knows a lot. There is actually a commoner in the monster manual. AC 10, 4 hit points, 10 across the board. So nothing special, but with a minus 2 dex.
A -3 index, I'm pretty sure is like a 5.
Yeah,
It's like 5.
5 AC. Oh my god, this poor son bitch. All right. So we got our sad Pinocchio.
I'm happy with this.
Yes. All right, Macy, are you ready to run this?
No.
No? That's the
No.
perfect answer when you're going to run something. You're never ready. That's the lesson.
Oh. Really?
Kidding. No, it's all right.
Oh.
So what level should the characters be? We didn't really cover that, but... So the Knights are CR3. If Shrek is CR5... 7. Wait, where is he? He's CR5. Then they're going to get wrecked by Shrek or they're going to wreck the Knights. So, I don't know. Level 3 so that they can kind of survive all together.
I
And
think
then-
3.
Yeah.
3 sounds like a pretty good place to be. You can get, subclasses in that space.
Becca, do you concur?
I think 3 works, yeah.
All right. So I think we got this adventure path ready to go. Yeah, we're good. We'll have Dylan draw up a swamp and a kingdom, and then we're ready to go.
Beautiful. We've made something beautiful here today, people.
Yes. Do y'all want to go make something beautiful by freeing a whole bunch of enslaved people?
No.
I suppose. Hello, my name is Kevin, and you are listening to the Dungeon Speak podcast.
Previously on the Dungeon Speak podcast. These champions, who represent various gods, defeated Delphine in Delphi, restoring it to its glory before the demon attack. They found some treasure and traces of people fleeing magically. They traveled a bit northeast to a cave and met up with Pallas, daughter of Triton and granddaughter of Poseidon. She gave information, and they went into the cave after a demon that was being tracked and gained much more information. The champions got a map, drawn and labeled crudely by the demon. They found notes of various gods and other creatures they didn't recognize, and they helped Pallas put her friends to rest. Using their map in comparison with the demons, they then traveled east along the base of the mountains and came to a large demon camp. What followed was epic as fuck. Kiriki and Malachi released the monsters that were being held by the demons, and chaos ran rampant. Then a large battle, 9 fucking rounds took place. We rarely see fights that long, but here we go. I want to give some highlights before we move on. Aldora shined bright like a fucking diamond. She gave everyone extra radiant damage, and demons took that shit hard. She sprouted golden wings and flew up and then rained radiant dexterity saving throws on 8-foot tall creatures that aren't very dexterous. So that hurt. Ethan, a badass in his own rights, set the podcast record for 72 points of damage and then caught fire and charged at its victims as 15 feet high, 40 feet long, and 17,000 pounds of flaming fright. Side note, he only took 1 or 2 points of fire damage per round on a 1d10. More on that later. Andrak, the tank of Greece, went toe-to-toe with over 10 demons in their face, possibly even over 20. Their average damage is 19, but this little bastard barely got hurt. He even protected that big-ass lizard, Ethan, at one point. Kiriki is gross, but we did learn some shit. She's dexy and can make little pools of blood under her foes. Then she can blow that shit up. She did it twice and did some big-ass rolls. She also went straight south towards the women's prison of fear, as Kevin put it. So she may act hard, but her actions have spoken. She's a softie. Pallas ran, tripped, and stabbed herself, but Kiriki also got to see that her genetics add some useful benefits in battle. Malachi, the man of fire they call him, he did some pretty badass shit with his scythe and did some blasting, but he also caught fire. Did he roll 1s and 2s on that 1d10? Fuck no. He took at least 6 every time, because Malachi only knows how to go hard. Still blessed by Hera, all of the champions have advantage on every d20 roll because she came through and yelled blasphemy because Kiriki prayed to Hecate. Hecate came and thought it'd be funny to go get Hera. So this happened. So Hera blessed the champions, and until every demon here is dead, they have advantage. So after every demon is dead and the two little guys ran away, the people are free and you are all looking back in the mountain. The time is around 6 p.m. The sun is very low. You have the light of dusk creating this gray and purple lighting, but in about 30 minutes, it'll be dark, and that'll put you at a big disadvantage for what awaits. I do want to touch up on one thing before we keep going. So last time we talked about broken bones, and out of curiosity, I went ahead and read up on it, and I was wrong. The spell regeneration is for limbs that are missing, not broken bones. There is nothing in any rulebook about broken bones. So I ran across some forums, and I kind of liked something that somebody said, and I want to get y'all's opinion on it and see if we can agree on this. One, lesser restoration mends the bone, because it's lesser restoration. I mean, it's in the name. Or medicine check plus cure wounds. Plus cure wounds plus a short rest to kind of set it, magically heal it, and then just give it a minute to really take hold. Your thoughts?
Why not both?
So, yeah, actually, exactly what I was about to say.
About mending.
Both is good.
Yeah, like we can either do, or we can do restoration, or lesser restoration, or any restoration, and
think
then
if-
the simpler version.
What if the person doesn't have it, like, prepped? And then
Doesn't
you'd
have
have
what?
to wait.
Well, no, I'm
So-
saying we can do both. Like, so we
Okay.
can do restoration and the medicine check plus cure wounds plus short rest.
Yeah, so, like, or it could be, like, one or the other. So, like, lesser restoration can do it, but if you don't have it prepped, you can do the...
Yeah, like
The-
you have those two options.
Okay. Because
Yeah,
you said
I like
and,
that.
and it made it seem like I had to do both in order
No,
to heal.
I meant like you have and the option. My bad.
Okay.
Why can't you read my mind? God, Becca.
Well, maybe you
supposed to
should
know what I'm
speak
thinking.
clearer.
I'm not good at speaking. I run a podcast because English is my third language, and I thought it'd be fun.
Yeah, that tracks.
So y'all are at the base of this camp, kind of the southern side of it. You got these two cages, this broken ass building, the big cage where the monsters were, and then you got a ramp leading up to the mountain. What do you want to do?
So the large demon that we saw that was 20 feet high, if I remember correctly, he, as last we saw, that thing was inside the cave, right? That's where he went.
Yeah, he went back inside there, and then he never came out during the fight.
Malachi on one knee, kind of resting as the people kind of begin to flee from the area, kind of looks up to the rest of the party and he's, do we go in after the big one? We don't really have any other options other than leaving, but I don't feel like our job is done here.
We should eliminate the head.
I agree. But there's a nigh impossible chance that all of us are going to come out of that fight in one piece. We have to be willing to accept that we might die going in there. We have no clue how powerful that thing is.
That is a risk we all accepted when we went on this journey.
We'll most likely come against worse. We
Well,
could take this as a test to see what we're capable of.
if nothing else, we have to erect it from Hera. He kind of puts his scythe on the ground and like uses it to give himself kind of momentum up, and he stands back to his feet. Let's not waste any time then. Come.
Wait,
I think we should take a short break. Because if we rush in there now, look at us. Even myself could use a little rest. It is an opening to a cave unless there is an exit. We will find when we go in, but for now, we should recover a little and then go.
Malachi looks disgruntled at the idea of waiting, but he's not fighting the idea as well. He's just kind of pensively staring at the ground. He looks kind of mad, but he also doesn't seem like he's fighting this notion either.
I also hate waiting, but we shouldn't just run in after something like that, especially after what we just endured.
Fine. Andrak, you look like you haven't taken much in this fight. Perhaps he can stand near the cave entrance and alert us if he sees anything while the rest of us take a breather. Malachi is going to, I guess, like kind of sit down, lay his scythe down next to him to be within reach, and then just kind of rest.
Kiriki is gonna sit on the ground as well and almost in a meditative position to rest and recover.
Aldora will sit next to Ethan, while everyone is starting to settle down a little bit, and she's going to cast Prayer of Healing.
Ooh. Is that the 1d10?
Up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see within range, 30 feet. Each regain hit points equal to 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Nice.
But the downside is it takes 10 minutes to cast, so...
You are taking a short rest, so that's fine.
Yeah.
You see a lot of the people are kind of still around. You can see their bones, their sunken in cheeks, their stomachs, like every time their gut moves, because you gave them food recently, you can see it moving in their stomach. Now, they all look sad and barely on the brink of being alive. So, which one of these do you want to include? Because I don't want to put any pressure on you, but they all look like they're about to die. So when you're magically healing and making everybody feel good, which one of these do you want to look at and go, not you, not you, not you, you're cool? Just curious. I'm messing with you, Macy.
I was about to say about healing us, that's all of us, including myself, that'd be 6.
Yeah. No, it's fine. I get it.
Dude, don't do this to me. I have too much of a guilty conscience.
It don't matter. They're just civilians. They'll probably die anyways. Just heal us.
These civvies.
Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me, though.
Uh-oh.
8 points of healing.
How?
8 more than I had a second ago.
I wish I could re-roll that, but I know I can't.
Okay. So one of the women is going to approach you guys. She's older, probably up in 30s, long straight black hair, blue eyes, chick sunburnt, very pale skin. She looks very hungry, and you can see her skin is kind of sagging a little bit, like she's very dehydrated. It's staying in a sagged position, despite the fact that you'll have given her something. So she's probably on the brink of thirst, very badly. And she will let you guys know. She says that her and her husband were picked up on the other side of this mountain in a town called Senpek. And they are a trading town that is parked at the bottom of the mountains. And it is for people who are traveling down the road, merchants, travelers, whoever the fuck. And they actually have a large store under the city where they have a whole lot of storage for food and items for trade, but mostly the fact that it's a large underground cavern and there's plenty of food there. She says that if you guys, whenever you're down here, could lead them all there, they would be perfectly safe there for quite some time. They were traveling there and trying to go to the main city from their farming home when they were picked up by the demons.
Yeah, we could do that for you. Well, I don't have anything against doing that. What about you guys?
Depends on whether or not we survive our encounter with their leader, the larger demon. But if the gods are with us today and we can do that, then yes, I have no problem with escorting these people back to where they belong.
I would be concerned of if that place is truly safe.
I'm not sure anywhere is particularly safe, but at least there they have familiarity and potentially supplies.
You have a fair enough point.
Did this lady tell us her name? I forget.
She did not.
What is your name?
she doesn't look at you. She looks down. And she's got some clothes on. Like, you can see she's wearing a tunic, but it looks about 8 sizes too big for her. So she probably used to weigh she weighed around probably 140 from what you could tell, but currently at her 5'5" height, she weighs more around like 70 to 80 pounds. And it's mostly just skin and bones at this point. But she is looking down and she says her name is Isabel.
Ellie, your people, Isabel. I believe Andrak pointed out that you should make for the trees to the west. We will find you there when we are done here.
She thanks you guys. Says that she hopes Zeus is in your weapons.
I've got someone else in my weapon. He kind of, like, puts a hand on his scythe.
She looks pretty close to death, so she's like, alright. What up, kinfolk? No, she just sadly, like, just keeps her head down and then turns around and starts walking away. She mentioned her husband. You do not see a man with her, so yeah, he may just not have made it.
Malachi looks up at the party as they're kind of resting after she walks away. Give it another day, maybe even less. My role in this camp might have been severely different.
Facts.
All right, so we're taking a short rest then, yeah?
I believe that was the plan.
See.
Mm-hmm. And you guys do know that with a short rest, when you're done and you're starting to get up, you see the sun is down, and you know going inside there, it's going to be dark. That was kind of the pressure that was there.
Well, it's probably going to be dark inside the cave anyways, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you would have had some bleeding light going into it, but now it's just like, dun dun dun. But it's okay, because Malachi can blend with the shadows and then just kind of wander around.
I'm almost full health.
Not too bad. And that's 53 out of 81. Could be better, but I didn't want to spend all of my hit dice for some reason, so honestly probably should. Actually, fuck it, I'll just roll the rest of my hit dice. Indecision is my most crippling feature if you haven't figured that out yet.
Is everyone good to go?
Yes.
As ready as I'm going to be.
I'm ready.
Kiriki will like stand up and like stretch, and you can hear her like her joints crack a little bit from sitting in that position for too long.
Malachi kind of hoists himself up with his scythe again. Doesn't like kind of wing stretch, just moves his arms around, rotates his shoulders, checks the sharpness of his scythe before he kind of holds it in front of him. Let's do it. He's going to turn and begin walking towards the mouth of the cave.
All right. You guys approach the mouth of this cave. It's probably about 25 feet high. It is roughly 20 to 25 feet wide, depending on where in there you are. I mean, what kind of order are you guys going in? Don't go too far on the map, because if you do, you will trigger stuff, and there will be nothing you can do about it, because it's your own fault. So just go tower, take it slow. Call it an opinion.
So the sun has set. It's dark out. As we approach the mouth of the cave, and it probably looks very much like just a black void in there. Malachi would turn to Kiriki. Would you lead us through, since you can see in this darkness?
I can scout the head, make sure it's safe to follow.
Be careful. We don't know if it's just the big one in there. There could be smaller things waiting in ambush.
Okay. Kiriki is gonna step forward and, like, again, like the last time we were in a cave, scurry up the wall.
So
she's on the ceiling.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. All right, so Kiriki goes up.
Mhm.
Oh wait. Whoops.
But I
turn
do
that
wanna
broadcast
roll-
out.
A stealth check before I get too much further.
That is a good idea, because you are roughly 25 feet from the actual cave itself, and you're sitting there talking. So if he's close by, you would have heard it. And Kiriki, what's your passive perception? 11? It's going to make it hard to give you anything not obvious. The rocks inside here, you can see different layers of the mountain, as if this place was almost carved out a little bit, but naturally growing at the same time. It's kind of this orangish hard rock. You can see rocks jetting up out of the ground itself. It looks very old.
Okay. I did roll a 21 for my stealth check.
No, you didn't. Roll again. You have advantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why do I have advantage? Oh, right.
There you go.
25.
Hell yeah.
25. Alrighty. So you feel very quiet, like a little spider. And do you want to roll perception, or do you just want to use your passive? So
I'll try
if
to
you
roll.
yeah, so if you want to move slow, stop, look around, roll perception, you can. But if you are moving, we're using your passive. So that's the difference there.
Yeah, I'll move slow and then like stop and look around.
Okay. So you are currently on the ceiling, and you stop and look around.
That is a 19.
A 19. You're going to get some good information here, Becca. So right around the corner to the right, you see this very large creature. And he almost seems to blend in with the rocks because of the color that he is and the hard skin that he has. He looks hunched over, and his rock body and everything is kind of in a ball, like he's in a charging position. He's pressed against the wall as much as he can for a very large thing. He doesn't really seem to be looking up, though. Like, his eyes are down. You cannot see his eyes. You almost feel like he's either smelling or feeling the air around him instead of looking. But you also see a few different things. You see that on the walls and on the ground itself, there's like these little yellow crystals that look like they were recently broken. And it looks like he put those on the floor and on the ground itself. And then you see it on the ceilings and the walls a little bit. It looks like he tried to put some up there. On the walls, there's some embedded into the walls, like he just took his palm and pressed it into there. But the ceiling, it looks like he just tried to do the same thing but couldn't really reach. Or just had some trouble getting it to stick. So you can see some around you that's glittering a little bit, but not much.
Alright, can I get a better read on him from here? Like, I know I can only see a little bit, but can I try to do like a knowledge check?
Sure.
Okay.
I don't think you've ever ran into one this
Mhm.
big. So I'm going to give you a limited amount, but you never know. Maybe you heard about him.
I rolled a history and I rolled 18.
18. Okay.
Mhm.
So, a while back in one of your fights, you killed a demon and he dropped a book and you opened it, and lo and behold, in common wording, he had a diary. And in this diary, he said, "Dear diary, there's some big motherfuckers that have a few things that make them suck. This guy." That's a good roll. So what do you want to know about him?
I want to see like.
He's got a lot, I'm going to be honest.
I just want to see like resistances and maybe is he the skin? Does it look like heavy plating or something?
It does.
Okay. Most demons I encounter are resistant to like fire and stuff, so she's just trying to gauge if he has similar things.
Maybe weaknesses too, if possible.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how far it'd go.
Well, 19's pretty good. So ask 3 things, and I'll give it to you because you have experience fighting demons.
Okay. I already asked about the armor.
Mm-hmm.
So, high AC maybe?
Do you think he's got an AC? Like, if you look back from your creepy point of view at Andrak and look at this guy, you think they have probably around the same AC.
Okay. Resistances to certain elements.
Cold, fire, lightning, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons.
Okay, and then any weaknesses I can try to gauge.
He doesn't look like he's got any.
Okay, not like a weak spot on his, the top of his head or something, like he's been bonked as a baby.
No, like you can see, like, look at. You know what? Roll a D100. If you get a 1, he was dropped on his head as a baby.
This is the kind of game I want to play. I love this.
I rolled a 100!
Whoa!
I kind of.
That's a flat 100. That's so great.
I feel bad because I said 1, but I.
Give me something good.
Honor it. Honor it.
What do you mean honor? I said 1.
No, honor it in a different way, Todd. Give
Ah.
us something amazing. He's a stunted genius.
How about I give you another piece of information?
Yeah, I'll take it.
So the way he's sitting, the way he's crouched like that,
Mhm.
you have a strong feeling that he's got blind sense.
Mm.
So if you go within a certain amount of feet, it varies from creature to creature, so I can't give you his feet.
Mhm.
But if you get within a certain amount of feet, you think no matter what you're doing, he's going to know you're there.
Got it.
And since he's close to the wall, you think it's not really that far. If you were a thinking person and you were here to kill people, you'd probably put yourself to where if somebody comes directly around that corner, you're going to sense them. So it's probably at least 20 feet.
Got it.
And as he's crouched there and guarding his big toe, you notice that it looks like it has a scar on it. Like maybe he stubbed his toe as a child. And if someone was to aim for that toe with disadvantage on the attack, that they would be able to do double damage. Because fuck you guys. Might as well.
Yeah, Kiriki
Mhm.
will scurry back out towards the
Are you happy now, Kevin?
So happy.
Yeah,
You rolled a 100. That's so fucking wild.
I'm
yeah.
sad it wasn't on something else. Good
Yeah.
job. Okay.
Me too. It would have been great with one of them crit rolls or crit fails.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
Okay, so Kiriki will like scurry back out and like come down the wall and like see the party and stuff. And I will relay all that information that was just given to me. Specifically looking at Andrak about the big toe situation.
Oh, I'm sorry. There is one more thing I want to add real quick. So
Okay.
because of the rocks jetting up out of the ground, you think that a lot of creatures that come through here will have to use extra movement to get around the rocks. But if you're a large creature like Andrak or this demon, they'll be able to walk over the rocks no problem. Or if you climb walls. Sorry, that's it.
I don't know if it'd be beneficial to fight him in the cave. It might give some of us cover, but not enough for it to matter. Maybe you try to lure him out?
It would be more advantageous for us to be in a more open space. That way we could surround him.
I could attempt to draw him out.
It would also be not much of a difference, but potentially slightly more easy to see if we were outside rather than in the pitch black of the cave.
Aldora could cast her a light upon us.
That's also true.
The problem is it's a cramped space. We also don't know what kind of abilities he has.
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm in favor of trying to draw him outside of the cave.
I think it would be best if we did that. Because who knows, that cave could be his domain. And we never want to get into combat with someone in their own domain.
Not to mention the giant lizard could not come in.
Oh, is it not big enough?
Maybe not comfortably for him.
If the rest of us would have difficulty moving through the cave, it's likely that Ethan would also have difficulty moving through the cave.
That's true. Then yeah, we should probably just try to lure him out.
He can sense us. We don't have to go all the way in. He can
Right.
sense us a little.
I
And then
would
come back
say
out. Hmm?
I could shout into the cave.
Perhaps lay an ambush.
Yes.
I mean,
will
he would
stand
know we're
here.
there, but
If he only thinks that one of us is there, that's a different story. The rest of you can get a vent point sides.
Kiriki, do you know how far this thing's senses stretch out?
I would give or take 20 feet from his body.
We could attempt to stay just outside of that sensory range until it leaves the cave, and then rush it all at once.
That would probably be best.
Malachi gives Kiriki, Andrak, and Aldora a nod.
Andrak will square up his shoulders and he will go wait at the mouth of the cave for everybody to position themselves.
So Malachi kind of like turns and like scurries, like climbs up the rock face and just kind of goes and crouches behind some like rocks, kind of waiting for the monster to come out.
Aldora's gonna ready the light spell.
Since it's nighttime and it's dark out, I'm gonna go invisible as well, just because.
Alrighty. That does mean that if you do not have dark vision, you'll be on a straight roll instead of advantage on your attacks.
Yeah, that's fine.
Coolio.
Actually,
Once I
I take
move,
that back.
it's no longer invisible anyways, so it doesn't kind of matter.
I'm going to take that back. So, because he is so big,
Mhm.
and there is a little bit of moonlight, I'm going to keep giving y'all advantage, even if you don't have dark vision, just because he takes up so much, and especially if Aldora is going to light up the world, then it'll be fine.
Light up our world like nobody else.
Shine bright like an.
I will wait until everybody chooses to get into their positions so that I can, yell out for this fuck.
Luckily Kiriki will just she's gonna like scurry onto this side of the wall. Maybe about there.
T-Rex, cleric.
Aldora's gonna move over by the rock over here.
Mhm.
And kind of be behind it.
So, for those of you that don't know, I deleted a whole lot of stuff right there, where we talked about positions and people strategized on how to jump this mofo like a rich person coming out of Walmart. So, Malachi is just up the mountain, just out of view, above the entrance, so that he can slide down and hook this dude with his scythe. Andrak is at the very entrance of it because he's Andrak. Kiriki is on the left side of this cave opening, about 15 feet, so she'll be able to quickly get to it. Also, being able to go downhill, so that she doesn't have to worry about really difficult terrain. Ethan and Aldora are between 20 and 30 feet respectively to the left side of the cave, just below Kiriki. Ethan will have some issues getting up there because of difficult terrain and going up the ramp from the side, but as he is a very large dinosaur, should be alright. Aldora, I don't really know what she's doing, so I don't think she'll need it. She was holding her action to cast light as soon as she sees him, right?
That is what she said, yeah.
Alright. So everybody is in position. What do you guys want to do now that you are in ambush position?
Malachi is
Andrak.
waiting for the call.
Yeah, Andrak will step up. He will cup his giant hands around his giant face, and he will shout into the cave, "You bastard, your allies are dead. Come face us."
You wait. 15 seconds. 30 seconds. 1 minute. No response. Allies.
Well, if that's the case, he'll just start stomping into the cave. Ready action dash, though, while he's stepping in.
What?
The moment if it leers up and starts to look at him, the dash action would go off so that he can run out of the cave, trying to lead it out.
Okay, so as soon as you see him, right?
As soon as it looks that it sees him.
Okay. You can hear the crunching under your feet of these crystals. So you know, he knows you're there. So Andrak sees nothing. Andrak steps into this black void of the entrance. Darkness. No sounds besides the cracking under your feet. You hear the crystals, but you see nothing.
He'll kind of just shout into the cave again. "Come face us, coward!"
Again, 15 seconds. 30 seconds. Minute. Nothing.
He'll go back out of the cave, kind of walk out, look to Kiriki and shake his head.
Is he not coming out?
He's probably going to try to hold there.
He did have some crystal-like things that he was kind of lingering over.
He might have
Alright.
to rush in.
Malachi sits up over the rock, kind of hiding behind, and looks over. What's going on?
Just come back to the entrance. The coward
not
isn't
coming
coming out.
fucking demons. He kind of stands up, slides back down the hillside to the opening of the cave. So we're going in the cave then.
We don't have a choice. He is holding strong in there.
Be too much to ask that they were stupid enough to actually fall for that. Fair enough. Aldora, since we're going in loud and proud, you might as well light up so that we can see what the hell we're doing in there.
Aldora will nod, and she will cast light on her shield. Okay. Should be able to see now.
And for once, let's stop waiting. And Malachi begins to march into the cave.
Right. So Malachi goes first into this cave with the 18-foot tall demon with 6 glowing teal eyes and rock skin. What's the worst that could happen?
I mean, he'd definitely wait until he could see where he's going, so he'd walk in and then wait for Aldora to come in enough that he could see ahead of him.
Yep. And with her light spell, you all see the reflections of the crystals on the floor, like reflecting this light. And you can see it does look like a broken shard or crystal of some kind. Like he did break it and throw it down here.
Can I do a quick investigation or arcana check on these crystals?
Oh, it's too soon. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll do arcana.
Alrighty.
It's an 11.
Did you want to use that blessing or no?
Blessing?
Hair
Does the
blessing.
blessing...
Y'all have the memories of a squirrel, huh?
It works. I just thought it worked for attacks. I didn't realize it worked for
any
ability
D20.
checks.
Until this
yeah.
demon is dead. Yeah.
Well, it didn't do anything for me. Yep, it's an 11.
That's awesome. I ain't gotta tell you shit. It's just a crystal, probably a gem. I don't know, amberstone.
I think Malachi doesn't know what's going on, but he does look suspiciously at the crystals and point them out to everybody else.
Can Aldora do an investigation check on them?
I feel like you aren't focusing on the right thing, but go ahead.
Trust me, this is how it goes.
Alright, welcome to D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, monsters dropped on their heads.
Nat 20!
I guess you
Made
can
all
roll
those
again.
crystals.
So, he looks at this, and he says, it's probably a gem of some kind. You look at it, and let's be real, you've been planning your wedding since you were like 5. You're looking at this, and you're like, this ain't no gem, fam. This shit's magical. So he busted up a magical gem, but what kind it is and what it is, you don't know.
I will relay the information over.
Be wary of them. I don't know what to expect with this thing, and if he's destroying magical gems, I don't know what that could mean, but it can't mean anything good.
Then we should face him now.
Would you like a moment of fun fact?
Sure.
In earlier editions of D&D, barbarians were granted XP for destroying magic items. Yeah. That's it. I'm done.
Interesting.
Yeah, I suppose Malachi and Andrak up in the lead will continue to move through this cave until they reach the monster.
Alrighty. You are 15, 10, 5 feet. Andrak! Everybody stop. Andrak, as you get there, his held action triggers. But let's roll some initiative.
Okay.
Malachi, what'd you get?
18.
Nice. Aldora?
15.
Oh, that's good. Kirki.
I got a 17.
It's weird. You're at 17 when I went to change it. Andrak.
21.
21. Alright. Andrak is doing good. Oh, wait. Hold on, I gotta adjust something. There was 2 initiatives that were the same. Okay. So, Andrak,
Oh boy.
you get just inside that cave. Like, you can just see some of the cave around the edge of her light. And you start to see one of the rocks to the right as it jets forward. And when I say jets, I mean it... Wow. We can use the word charge here. Because It's one of his things. Gets to do that. It's pretty cool. So I gotta ask you something.
Uh-huh.
Does a 29 hit?
Holy shit.
That would be sad if it didn't.
This is terrible, but it's okay at the same time because it happened to the right person. and let me explain what I mean, because I see how that sounds. So, if anybody can survive this, it's Andrak. If anybody can make the save that's about to happen, it's Andrak. This dude is big, but the biggest human that's been walking around is Andrak. So, 18 fert versus 6 fert. Alright, so this guy's 18 feet tall. You see these 6 like teal eyes light up as he just rams at you, and it's like right before you see blackout that you see these teal lights. Like, he moves, senses, goes, and then tries to pin you against that wall. So with a 29 hitting, you're gonna take a shit ton of damage, because he actually gets to add a few things together. Can you make a strength saving throw for me?
I can.
I need my calculator.
That's a 23.
Okay, so really bad stuff does not happen. All you do is you take damage, and you are not knocked prone because he's going to move through you. I'm sorry. No, you are knocked prone. You don't fly, and you're not stunned. So that's what happens if you fail. That's what happens if you fail. If you succeed, you take the damage, and you are knocked prone, but you're not stunned, and you're not flung. None of that. So you take 86 points of piercing damage.
Oh my god.
-2.
Sorry. 84 points of piercing damage. And you're prone, but we are officially in combat. Shit is officially real. I'm just past there. And he is directly above you. But everybody
I still have more HP than Malachi.
But you all see this guy towering above Andrak as he knocked him down and just rammed into him. But Andrak, being the fucking tank he is, he's just fine. Andrak, it is your turn. Happy movement to get up, but he's right there, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, I didn't roll that at advantage. I forgot about that.
Oh, well, you made the save, so it's fine.
I just wanted to see. If it was nat 20, it would have been cool.
Oh, what'd you get?
11 instead, but 23 is the higher, so. But,
Fair enough.
Fuck this guy. Oh, wait, my 10
Yeah.
HP blocks some of that damage. Fighting Spirit bonus action, so I'm getting my 10 HP back. I know I already have advantage on all my attacks, but not the point. And then I'm going to swing my sword.
Remember, all d20 rolls are at advantage.
That's a 19 on the first hit.
A 19 will not hit. You hit this rock hard scale around him. You just hear like a clink, and you can see a spark coming off his skin.
Oof. That's
He just
not
glares down at you.
Second is a 25 to hit.
But that will hit, yes sir. You cut him up under the scales.
That is going to be max 18 points of slashing damage.
This is a good time to get max damage.
Damn right, yeah.
All right. He looks very hurt.
But for now, that will be turn.
All right. After that, one of the imps are going to come out of hiding. I'm kidding. I wouldn't do that to y'all. Malachi. It's your turn. What would you like to do? You see this guy towering over Andrak. Andrak stood up, started wailing on him because Andrak ain't no quitter.
Malachi is going to pull. I think he's going to try his best to make this work. He's going to try and cast Hold Monster on it.
Ooh, shit.
So it needs to pass a DC 17 Wisdom saving throw.
A DC 17 Wisdom saving throw. That's a 19.
It is a shot in the dark.
Wait, I'm sorry, hold on.
Hmm?
He has advantage.
Oh.
No, 19.
Okay. Yeah, so that's you see like kind of spectral, like ghostly chains kind of reach out of the ground to try and hold him in place, and they just kind of bounce off of him. Malachi kind of does a oh shit face, and then he kind of backs. He takes his movement to kind of get a little bit further into the cave, but out of direct range of it for a second. And then or is it in? Is he already in range from where he was sitting?
I'm gonna give Malachi insight here to say that Malachi knows how reach works
Yeah,
because you use a scythe and you use reach weapons all the time.
that's fair.
So I'll just give you that, and if you want to keep moving because you moved to 15 feet away, that's up to you. But
If I stay within its range, but just move up straight this way, I won't get an attack of opportunity, correct?
no, you'll be fine.
Okay, then he's just going to get above it, try and get directly, not directly in line with Andrak. And then he's going to bonus action cast Hex. Do I have my Warlock Hex? Does that reset on a short rest? It does. Okay, I'm going to use my Hexblade's Curse on it.
Alrighty.
So just, again, that means when I attack, I get +4 bonus to damage rolls. I score a crit on a 19 or a 20, and if it dies, I get 14 hate points back. That's it. That's my turn.
Alrighty. Kiriki, it is your turn. I mean, you see what happened. Save the day.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Kind of far back. Oh, there it is. I had too many tabs open. Goodness.
I feel that.
She's gonna move up to about. She's gonna enter the cave because she didn't really go in with everybody else. She kind of hung back a little bit.
Smart.
She's gonna finally enter the cave, and she's gonna move about 25 feet up, almost to where she was prior to when she first noticed him. But she's not gonna be on the ceiling this time. She just runs forward. But she is going to draw a little blood on herself, just a smidgen, just a little bit.
You can get there.
I get 1 point of damage, and I'm going to cast Hex onto him as well, but it's my own Hex, and I think it's different. It is different. So, and I get to choose an ability, and it'll have disadvantage on ability checks made with that chosen ability, and I'm going to pick Constitution.
Oh. Okay. So he has disadvantage on those rolls?
Yes.
He looks like a pretty conny boy, so that's probably a good idea.
Yeah, so she takes a little bit, and as she cast out a little bit of she almost flings that little bit of blood she pulled from herself onto it, and it spreads around this black, not black, but reddish, really dark red ichor across his body.
Aw, that's creepy.
Thank you. And that will be the end of Kiriki's turn.
Alrighty. So it's his turn. He stands up now, drawing a very large hand axe from his waist. It looks bigger than any you've seen, Andrak. But I guess that would actually be attractive to Andrak, because he's like, I could use that. But as this guy stands at his full height of 18 feet, and he's easily 5 feet broad, you guys see why he ruled these demons, or why he was in charge of them, and why he roared out and they obeyed him. All those demons you killed, and they were subjects of this guy. So, after he does that, he's going to use an ability, and it doesn't say that it avoids attacks of opportunity. So, Malachi, Andrak, and Kiriki, if y'all would all like to take an attack of opportunity, Aldora is the only one with the feat that makes him stop, right?
Correct.
All right.
I'm not close enough to hit him.
If I hit
You will
him,
be.
then his speed is slowed by 10, but that's the only thing.
Let me see if I can finish his movement. Yeah, I can still get where he's going, so that's fine. So everybody, go ahead and do those real quick.
Okay.
It's a dirty 20 for Malachi.
That hits. Andrak was just off.
That's my
That is a 26 for Andrak.
That'll hit.
That is a 24 for Kiriki.
That'll hit. So you all three hit.
Malachi does 16 points of damage,
Oh my god.
and his speed is slowed by half. Or by 10, excuse me.
That is another 12 points of slashing damage from Andrak.
Because he is hexed by Kiriki, I do an additional 1d6 as well.
Oh, I forgot about my
that.
hex, so I actually did 20 points of damage. Thank you,
Okay, cool.
Becca, for reminding me about that.
So Kiriki does 13 points of slashing damage, but 4 points of necrotic as well. So 17
okay.
points total.
He looks like he takes that damage and it barely even bothers him. As he uses what's called Trample, which is a fun little ability. Now I need Andrak, Kiriki, and Aldora, and Ethan. Actually, no, not Ethan, I'm sorry. Andrak, Kiriki, and Aldora to make dexterity saving throws. It would have been Ethan, but Malachi hit him.
Hey, I did something. Glad I moved up.
Yup. Alright, dex saving throws. What'd you get?
24.
Nice.
17.
Oh, dude, you got kidding me. I got an 8.
An 8.
Twice.
Really?
Twice, yeah. This
That's
my initiative. I rolled the same number too.
Oh, weird. Okay. So first and foremost, Andrak, you take 12 points of bludgeoning damage. Kiriki and Aldora, you take 24 points of bludgeoning damage. Andrak, as he tramples through, you are moved 5 feet out of the way. That is because you succeeded. Kiriki, you are knocked prone. Aldora, you are knocked prone. And he gets here to be just above Aldora. And then he looks down at her, down on the ground, this little human. And then he stares at Ethan. Now, Macy, I want to talk to you for a second. I know
Why?
you like Ethan. I know you love Ethan. He's like your friend, your companion, your traveling friend. I'm gonna let you choose. Do you want him to attack Aldora or Ethan?
If he attacks Aldora, she's gonna die.
He has advantage on those attacks. So let's go for Ethan. What do you say?
Unfortunately, yeah.
It's okay. You can bring him back. Probably. All right. So after he does that, he's going to swing twice with this axe and then twice with his fist. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Twice with the axe, once with the fist. So, one axe attack, 28.
That hits.
Second axe attack, 19.
Hits.
Fist, 30.
That hits.
Do you want me to just give you the total?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me make a calculator. 49 points of slashing and bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Wait. I'm sorry, how much did I say?
You said 85. I mean, 49.
49.
I'm sorry, hold on, it's more than that. Okay, that right there is 9. That's 5. 59. Sorry, 59.
Okay.
59 points of bludgeoning and slashing damage as he tramples over Buddy and then just swings down at Ethan, this very large creature, the only one who is about his size. His size is strength, right?
Uh-huh.
Alright, Aldora. You're on the ground. This dude is right above you.
Man. I want to do something, but I don't know how well it's gonna go because I already failed. And after I fail, I'm screwed.
Go or broke.
Just remember that this dude rolled over an entire camp of demons. I just want you to keep that in there. Like, he's not an ordinary demon.
Mhm.
He was the boss, and he had to earn it.
That's why Malachi told everybody to make peace with dying before we went in.
I'm probably gonna fail this, but
Be positive. You got this.
I'll try hold monster.
I mean, you might as well. I mean, all it takes is one natural one to be done.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So it's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah.
Macy, I'm gonna put you on the spot. As Aldora is laying on the ground, ran over by this large demonic form who is hurting your baby lizard. What does it look like as Aldora just reaches up and uses the goddess Athena to try to banish this dark creature?
So it's going to look like soldiers with giant tower shields surrounding the demon, trying to push the shield into the demon to keep them in place.
Alright. Do you want the good news or the bad news?
Good news.
Good news is, he rolled a 12.
Thank God that was a fail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what's the bad news?
Todd said.
Oh.
Wow.
I mean, I'd argue that's both bad news. Or good news, excuse me.
No, you're right.
No, I'm wrong. I can admit when I'm wrong. It's okay.
Do you have inspiration? I want to take it away. Is that a thing? Can I do that?
Yeah, you could take my inspiration. I don't have it, so.
Fuck.
They're
I can give you
paralyzed.
inspiration.
You want to
right?
give me some inspiration so you can take it away from me?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Malachi, good joke. Give yourself inspiration. Malachi, fuck you. Give me it back. All right. So Aldora, you
Yeah.
do this. You raise your hand. These soldiers are around him, and he disappears from sight.
The hold monster. He's just held in place. He's paralyzed.
Oh shit! Ah man, I thought you did banish.
No.
All right. I don't really have a good description for that. He just stops moving.
That's a good
Well, he's
description for me.
paralyzed, so I can get away.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna use all of my fun movement to get the fuck away.
That seems like a good idea. I don't want to tell you how to live your life. Don't get me wrong. But when you're right, you're right.
You only have 15 feet. You were prone.
Okay, that's right.
I forgot he had advantage. But you know what? We moved on. That's my bad. I'll remember for next time.
Yay.
What the fuck? I rolled out of curiosity. Rolled a 12 again. Macy has cursed me.
Finally, the tables have turned.
Okay. I was hoping I could use the sphere charges.
And I was hoping not to have a held monster. D&D, baby.
We're all getting
Shit.
disappointed today.
There ain't nothing I can really do. Most of my stuff's been used already.
I'm sorry. You put hold monster on a crazy, mean demon. And you're like, oh, that's all I could do. I guess I'm just useless.
Well, I was like, shit, I wish I could heal. Because a lot of damage was done to our tankiest of peoples.
Malachi opened up
Healed up.
with that because it's good. Like, that's game changing.
Especially against one enemy.
Oh, yeah.
With nobody to check your concentration at this point, you could just hold him there for the entire duration, and we could just pound on him.
All right, it's time for you to mind your own business.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we do like to pound on the beefy boys.
Oh,
Speak for yourself.
I'm gonna end my turn with that, and I'll just let the T-Rex do his tiny hand jazz.
All right, so Ethan leans his head back to get his fist up there, and he just
Pretty much, yeah.
punches at him.
Okay, so
Like a T-Rex punch would be negative damage.
probably
Our
Ethan's
tiny
gonna
little
try to do a bite attack.
Holy
So
shit.
close, so close.
Advantage.
You what is with this?
I don't know why you're
It's not
mad.
it, it's you.
Yeah.
This is the third time I've gotten the same roll in a row.
Well, good news is it's still technically a crit.
Paralyzed, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let me go to my little chart so I can read this up. Paralyzed.
It's not a it's not a D20 crit, so you don't have to use the table, but he does get the crit damage.
He is incapacitated. Attack rolls against him have advantage. Any attack that hits you is a critical if the attacker is within 5 feet of you, and you automatically fail strength and dex savings. So, just roll double damage with Ethan, which is a lot plus 4. Don't forget the plus 4.
Oh, well, lucky for you is a lot of ones.
Oh my god, it is.
51.
Macy, how many ones did you roll?
3.
Oh my god!
Hmm.
You also rolled 2 10s, though, I will say that. So it's not bad.
51 is still a lot of damage, so.
Yeah. So he bites into this creature, and you see this black blood start coming out of it. Like, it took those slashes from the swords, like, ain't no thing. But now,
That's
shit has
real
gotten
damage.
real. Yeah. Like, he was kind of hurt, but now he's, like, really starting to feel it. This is where it gets downhill. Anything else you want to do?
Nope.
All right. Andrak,
Running
are-
around at the speed of sound. Grabbing greatsword. After stumbling a little bit from the trampling, he picks himself straight and he just dashes. Not actually taking the dash action, but he's running straight at it to swing his sword.
put that weight into it. Get that crit.
Here's hoping. Oh no, that's a 17 on the first one.
Unfortunately, you hit his really hard. Damn.
And then that's a natural 20.
He was contractually obligated to do it after you said so, so.
Yeah, I could only do it with one attack, though.
Huh.
Yep.
Well,
Be like Becca and roll a 100 on the D100 table.
be like Becca.
So the damage from this before the thing is 27 points of slashing damage.
no! This is about to be so bad. Wait.
We're rolling a D1 hundo.
Dylan,
On
you
the
did so good.
Opposite end. That is a 5.
It's a
Hard
slashing.
hit, 2 times damage.
2 times 27 is 54?
Yep, 54 points of slashing damage.
Fuck. So, between you and Ethan, this boy is not looking so good anymore. Like, he's still beefy. Like, he's not even bloodied yet. But this is really hurting him. Like, you don't think he's felt this pain in a long time. You hear muffled
bonus
screams.
Bonus
Oh.
action, second wind.
No.
Yes,
Counterspell.
it's not a spell.
Okay.
I get
Counterspell.
15. No, I get 15 points of health back.
All right.
But guess what? I'm not done.
Aw.
He's not dead.
Action surge. We
Oh,
took
no. This is so bad. He has an apostrophe in his name. That's how you know he's a badass.
I could put an apostrophe on my name. 26 for the third hit,
Yes, sir. That will hit.
and a 21 on the fourth hit.
That'll hit. You got 2 more hits. Both of them crit damage.
Decimation.
That is 43 points more slashing damage.
Now, he's bloodied. He is bleeding his black blood all over the place. You're small, but that fucking sword ain't. You hold it above your head, and you say, I have the power. And you beat the fuck out of him.
Whack, whack, whack.
That's a
Andrak is
lot
just
of
cross-cutting with this giant sword the whole time.
Yeah.
And that will finally be his turn.
Wow.
Malachi, stop it.
No?
All right, fair enough.
Let's see here. How far can I get? Guy's going to run forward. Is this? You said this cave is difficult terrain?
Once you're deep inside of it, or more inside of it, yes, but towards the entrance here, there's not a lot of those big jagged rocks sticking up. But if you look to your left there, and you look to your right, you can see like the whole bunch of rocks going through this little hallway kind of area.
Right.
So once you're in the cave, it looks like it, but outside, like at this entrance, no.
Okay.
There's just those little crystals on the ground that mean nothing to you.
Malachi is going to move forward to be next to Aldora, and he's just out of reach to hit with his scythe, but he is going to use his Eldritch Blast. He's going to attack twice, or he's going to hit 2 beams. Let's see. First one is 22.
Yes, sir. You moved up to Aldora. That's why that happened.
What happened?
Oh, the whole 2 number in a row thing.
Oh, yeah. And then the second attack is a 24.
Yes, sir. Those both hit.
Okay. First attack does 15 points of damage,
Ow.
and the second one is 18. as once again Malachi kind of like runs up to Aldora, and as he gets there, like the spectral skulls that take place over his face shoot out and begin to just gnaw at the body of this creature.
Yeah.
Uh,
The screams of the damned surround him.
ooh, yeah, and that's it. That's his whole turn.
Kiriki, can I skip your turn and go with him instead?
Mm-mm.
Damn it. All right. Kiriki, it's your turn. What would you like to do?
Well, currently Kiriki is still prone, but
Aha!
she, you know those where people put their hands up and they like jump to their feet, like roll their body and flip up? Yeah, Kiriki does that.
A kip up.
But she jumps back onto her feet from being prone and like is ready to fucking kill this thing. Okay. She's gonna run up to him with what little movement she has left from doing that, so that she can hit 3 times, right?
I think you only get one attack.
I don't know about that one. Rolling a bunch. Alright. So the first 2 with her main hand, first attack, and then second attack it's 26 and a 25.
Yes, ma'am.
Those are still technically crits.
Yes.
Ooh, y'all.
Do you get your hex damage on every attack, or just the first one?
Every attack.
Oh.
Extra target whenever you hit with an attack.
Cool.
So every attack.
I love that for you.
Alright, first attack is 25 damage.
Oh my god.
Second hit is...
This dude is about to die. This is some bullshit.
We're kind of fucking scary, not gonna lie.
Second attack is another 25 damage.
Jesus. Macy, what have you done?
You know, I have nether. I can swing again.
Or you could just give him a high five.
No, I'm gonna swing again with my offhand for a 24 to hit.
Yes, ma'am. That'll hit.
And this
Remember,
one
you don't get to add your dex. Ha!
I don't know, but I still get that plus, like that full additional dice, and then the bonus to the hex.
Aw.
So that's 18 more points of damage.
Fucking turd. Sorry. I don't know why that's the word I chose. Okay.
So that's
He's
it.
got less hit points than Aldora at this point.
That's the end
I don't know
of
if that's
your
true,
turn.
but so on the bright side, it's his turn. Unfortunately, his save is at the end of his turn. Is that correct?
Let me check.
Okay.
Yeah, it's end of turn.
At the end of the turn of each of its turns.
So even if he passes, his turn's over.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then
Okay, so
Aldora
she-
and Ethan get to do it.
He got a 26, so he's no longer held. And now that he's no longer held, we can look forward to things like legendary actions, or him yelling out to those rocks above, which is a free action. Oh man, this is going to be so much fun. Next week.